Hello, all my beautiful souls. Welcome back into the Serene Corner. Welcome in if you are new. Hey girl, I am back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be touching on something that I've just been wanting to talk about. Like at this point, y'all, it's getting to a point on the internet where the abusers are becoming very loud on the internet. Loud. The violence online is becoming loud. The danger online and in real life is becoming so loud. The enabling is becoming so loud. And so in today's video, I'm going to kind of be breaking down some clear examples, play by play, back to backs of how dangerous some of the rhetoric that's out there and the narratives that are being painted against literal fact has us cooked. Has us actually cooked, and has, again, the most violent of our society on a pedestal at this point. Like, I don't even know what the word is. Y'all. I really don't. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. If you're interested in that topic, make sure that you like, follow, subscribe for more, because that's what we're going to be talking about, and how social media, again, is kind of harvesting this space for so much negativity and so much aggression, so much danger towards marginalized groups that it's just getting to a point that it's like, when is enough enough? Especially in the past, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, there's been so many headlines coming out of just back to back abusers being called to the forefront and highlighted. And then at the same time, a bunch of audience members coming to platforms as well, too, on social media to defend these abusers. So we're going to get into it in today's video. So buckle up, get your drinks. I have a coffee myself today. Okay. It's dripping on me. Let's kick it off with the first topic for today. Okay. Let's just get right into it because it's getting dangerous out here, y'all. Like, it's getting dangerous. And this is one of the first things outside of, I guess, the Diddy stuff too, because like, that's like a whole nother basket. If you guys want me to touch on that at some point, let me know. But that's like a whole nother thing. So that's as well happening. So this is all happening of what I'm talking about in today's video on top of the Diddy situation happening as well too. And people, again, emboldening, enriching, making excuses for attacking victims. It's a whole mess. But let's get into the first topic.
What's crazy is that the UK justice system is doing what the American justice system could never do: hold Chris Brown accountable without bail. Now, shout out to Say Cheese GGTL for the mugshot, because y'all really came through clutch. Now, they stated that Chris Brown had been arrested for smashing a tequila bottle over the head of a music producer in the UK in 2023. Now, for some strange reason, these tour tickets are still on sale, but we're going to get to those in a minute. Now, according to Sky News, it stated that the 26-year-old had been remanded in court until June 13th, so he was denied bail, which means that he's likely to miss his tour dates beginning in the UK. Now, Sky News goes on to report that he was accused of attacking a music producer by the name of Abraham Diwa, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Now, this occurred back in 2023 when Chris Brown had smashed a tequila bottle over his head. Now, according to prosecutors, they stated that Chris Brown had smashed the tequila bottle over his head as well as kicked and chased the music producer around a nightclub called Trap, and they have this on CCTV. Now, Chris Brown was he still is in Manchester because he begins his UK tour dates beginning in the Netherlands. But that's not going to happen. And if you bought tickets to see him in the UK, that's not happening either. And for the pick-me's in the comments, this is Chris Brown's own doing, because how you got all this money and all of this big, large team, and you don't got nobody checking to see if you got warrants out for your arrest in other countries? Because it happened in 2023, I'm just going to assume that Chris Brown thought, I'm untouchable. But federal prosecutors in Manchester had another thing coming. Now, if you do have tickets to go see Chris Brown in the UK, you're going to have to contact Ticketmaster to see if you can get your tickets back or see if they're going to get pushed to a later date. But according to Manchester prosecutors, he's not getting out of jail anytime soon. So if you do have tickets to go see him, good luck. And if you already saw him, well, that's great. And before you get on the internet attempting to defend this man, Chris Brown did this to himself. He also did it on CCTV, so there's no denying his level of abuse.
Hello, like literally. I don't even understand. Fork found in kitchen. Like, that was like one of the top comments. Fork found in kitchen. Duh. A violent person doing another violent crime? Not shocked at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. So when this news dropped, then of course the internet goes in disarray, right? All of the girls and the pick-me's that were waiting on Ticketmaster to get their tickets, getting their friend groups together, literally for a man that is so violent, sexualizing a man as well, still to this day too, that is so extremely violent, especially to the women that he's intimate with, but neither here nor there. And yeah, so they're all in disarray that this concert's not going to happen and whatnot. And they're missing out on this experience to see Chris Brown, see their man, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just insane because, again, the facts are displayed. He's done a violent act on TV, caught on camera, doing the act, doing the crime, committing the crime. Hello. That I'm so confused at the support around this individual. Like, I'm so confused. So then this happens. And then again, as you can see in this video, Nosey's talking about the fact that he's not going to be let out on bail. So that's why, again, for a day or two or whatever, the internet was in disarray because, again, they bought their Chris Brown tickets and they're not going to be able to see their man twerk it and bounce his hips up and down, whatever the man does. So there's that. And then, let me pull the video, y'all. Let me pull the video. This happens.
I know y'all Chris Brown haters mad as fuck. It's so funny because as much as y'all try to shit on Chris Brown, he still comes out on top. So to all my Breezy Bowl goers, looks like we have a tour, guys. Looks like we have a tour. And to all you motherfuckers in my comments shitting on Chris Brown, I just want to know how you feel. Because that nigga is free.
I had to be sure to include the ending here, and I'll just keep it paused right there because, again, this is a very young individual clearly that made this video, but this is embarrassing. Like, if this does not show us where we are at with social media and the climate and the culture, the cadence, the social norms on social media, like, I don't know. Like, we're normalizing literal abusers confidently, proudly. For all the people shitting on Chris Brown in my comments, holding him accountable for being a criminal? Hello? Like, are we okay? Are we okay? It's just so hard to see. And also people in our community as well, too. Because you know me, if you've been on this channel, you already know I've been talking about, like, the Black community as well, too. And just how, like, we're not getting anywhere. I don't know if we're ever gonna get anywhere, but because of things like this. What is this? And then it gets worse. Like, that's not even the worst of it.
So you mean to tell me they done freed my man this morning? Y'all, Chris Brown is out of jail. Yes, y'all.
Your man? You're claiming that. Again, that's why I say the violence online is so loud because it's also so hidden behind things. Like, so this is not a violent video. Nothing about this is violent, but it inherently walks you down the path to violence. Sexualizing a man that's going to inevitably harm you based off of literal statistics and repeated behavior. What are we doing? This is a beautiful, gorgeous girl. And also then we're wondering why violent men are not changing. There's women like her still willing to be with him, willing to sexualize this person, willing to idolize this individual, willing to pay money into the pockets of someone like this. Like, I actually can't. It's sickening. And so women, we also got to hold ourselves accountable too. This is a beautiful woman enabling an abuser, pedestalizing an abuser. Are we actually okay? You know, like, we're cooked. And so I keep seeing videos on the internet lately too, where it's like, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're past the point of reverting. Truly, I just don't think that we'll ever get to a point of reversion and being constructive and fixing any of these issues, because there's always an opposition. Like the yin and yang of just society and the like enablement of yin and yang with social media is so dangerous. And like it's like a whole other topic I need to like do a deep dive on. That's kind of what this video is a little bit about, is that there's always the antithesis. There's always going to be somebody supporting and loudly supporting terrible shit. So now what? Like, and this is a blatant example of it, because again, we just watched play by play of why this man's been arrested, what he's being alleged. It's on camera, and this is not even the first act of violence this person's committed, and there's still people lining up in the thousands, paying hundreds to thousands of dollars to go see this person. How do we fix that? Do you know what I mean? And if you have the answer, I will gladly take that in the comments. But I'm just saying, from a objective and just like taking it at face value, this is terrible. I'm not going to play the rest of her video. A lot of the videos that are supporting these these abusers are not going to be listed down below. Any of the knowledgeable videos about what's actually going on with these abusers will be linked down below in my description. So go ahead and support those people. I'm not going to platform people that support stuff like this. So just being clear about that. I don't even think I'm going to play the rest of her video. You've heard enough. Yeah.
Listen, y'all was playing in his face.
Crazy. I actually can't watch it. So we're going to go on to the next topic, because there's so many more that will piss me off as well, that it's like there's no point in wasting any energy on this individual. Okay, let's keep going into the next topic that then begins going viral, or all these are kind of going viral simultaneously. That's why I just compiled them all into one video. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure that you do. I appreciate it.
Okay. Pack up the live streams, Ike Turner, because you're not going to put your hands on a Disney princess and think you're going to get away with it. You chipped the tooth of a Disney princess, and you think we're going to let you get on live stream and bother and heckle this woman? Now, according to TMZ, Halle Bailey has filed a restraining order after an incident that occurred between her and DDG in the car. Now, the article goes on to say that she is seeking a protective order against DDG. Now, she stated that in January, he had got physical with her after their breakup in October. Halle goes on to say in the police report that DDG had came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to have a conversation with the rapper about a visitation schedule, which makes it all the more interesting because he gets on the internet, and I'm trying to do the story without screaming, but he gets on the internet and he cries that he can't see his child while the mother has been attempting to get a visitation schedule with you. Now, while she was having that conversation with him, or at least attempting to, and buckling her son in the car, she claims that DDG grew agitated and repeatedly kept saying, "Get out of my car, B-word." Halle stated that Halo, the baby, was crying, and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. She goes on to claim that DDG had pulled her hair, slammed her face into the steering wheel, chipping her tooth. Now, shaken up, beaten, and bruised, Halle stated that she stayed in the car because she was more concerned about her son's well-being while she got a ride to DDG's home, and then she proceeded to call her family. Now, here's where the story gets sinister. Halle claimed that in March, DDG had broken into her home and taken a picture of her son's empty crib and sent it to her. And in that picture,
You weird bitch. I had to say it. You're a weirdo. You're a weird. DDG is a weirdo. He looks like a weirdo. Like, that makes someone a weirdo. But again, these weirdos are emboldened by their platforms and by social media. Why is this weirdo even a headline? How did he even get in the presence of Halle Bailey? Like, this, it's so deep. Like, y'all, it's so deep. Like, we're cooked, fried, laid to the side. Okay. Woo. Because how? This bum. Oh.
picture text, he stated, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL." Now, Halle stated to police she interpreted that message as being that DDG thought she was having sex with someone else. Now, 4 days after sending her a cryptic picture of her home, he comes back to her home, and now he's fighting with her because he wants her son, but she proceeds to tell him her and the baby are sick. Halle stated that after she told him they were sick, he proceeded to smash her Ring doorbell and stole her cell phone. Hallie has also included all of the footage of this in her police report, including the Ring doorbell footage before he busted it up. And while taking her phone, he threw it out of the window as he sped off and told her, "Go get it, bitch." Y'all can support DDG if you want to, and I know the people who support him are probably children. And the way that women have been advocating for Hallie and stating that she was a victim of abuse and you guys simply ignored it. And I hope they do grant her that restraining order. I hope that man never sees that child again without supervised visits or at all, because he's nothing but a danger to her and her baby. And he needs to be put in jail. That's it. He needs to get off a live stream and he needs to go turn himself in, because the way that you're terrorizing the mother of your child and your child is sick.
But what do you think he actually did when this then came out? He went, and I'm not going to show any of it. I'm just going to tell you what happened, because this is what happened. He went onto his platform as if he wasn't already pre-served with the orders, knows that he's getting a restraining order. Everything's already in motion and happening, but he gets on stream, and when the news of it to social media drops, reacts to the restraining order that he's already clearly seen and been served. So it's more content. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And then on top of it, enforces this, oh my God, when I tell you the smear campaign of Hallie that's been going on the internet for weeks, and I have a few videos I'm going to pull up here in a second. Y'all, off the backs of a literal clout chasing bum, in the defense of a clout chasing bum. Absurd. And then also, while this is all happening, I think actively right now while I'm filming this, which is the 23rd of May, he's doing like some streamer university BS. Like, this dude's still making money, doing all these things, building all these connections, trying to teach other people how to grow on social media platforms and be a streamer and be successful. This guy, like, are we, it's, ooh, my Shayla, like, girl, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. And like, my severity and my like shock to all of this and like my urgency to this topic is not an overreaction. It's honestly an underreaction. A lot of people, most people, everyone is underreacting to just literally how we are. Because if a dude like DDG is a millionaire, has a cult following, like, it's just, there's so much. It's just very concerning. So yes, as you can see here too, with this situation, I was like, what is that? It's a hawk. That was a huge bird that I just saw, y'all. Okay, so anyway. But yeah, so after this drops, and it's the same situation of, again, she goes to court, she's all the right things, she has receipts, she has proof, she has documentation, she stayed silent online, she's done all the right things, right? Right? You would think. What does the internet do? Dragged her for filth any second they can. Any second they can.
This clip right here just shows me that it was never about her safety. It was never about Halo. It was about setting an example. The fact that DDG didn't fall in line with what she wanted and he left her and was doing better than her and his PR got better and her PR got worse, she was like, no. And even Disney probably stepped in. He's like, yo, you're the Little Mermaid. We got
Disney stepped in. His PR is better. This is what I'm talking about. And that's why I pulled this specific clip. I don't even want to play any more of this idiot's video. Literal idiot bum. I won't even play more of it. But that is exactly what I'm talking about. Where, like, in people's perception, they think that DDG is successful on social media because inevitably off of rage baiting and clout chasing, yes, he's done numbers. But success in terms of actually creating value, creating community, enriching community, not clout chasing, clickbaiting community, not viral, leeching, toxic drama, back and forth clickbait community. I'm talking actual community, things that go towards government, things that go towards funding, go towards schools, go towards things. You know what I mean? Not streamer fucking university. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But in people's minds, that's success. They want to, if anything, almost be like that. And if to compare the PR of DDG to the celeb, A-list celeb that Halle Bailey is literally so far off the ether that I just can't even like grasp. A lot of these videos lately have had me pretty speechless because things have been going on social media that I've been seeing, especially since I work on it. Insane, you guys. Insane. And they're taking this picture of Halle having a babysitter and just taking it an entire smear campaign, like I said, of just ever since she got custody, she doesn't even watch the baby. So she doesn't even watch the baby. Then why does she want DDG? DDG didn't watch the baby when he had the baby. The mama watched the baby. Oh. Like, y'all, I actually cannot. So that's one idiot. I think we have another idiot. Like, even stuff like this, like, I literally cannot.
DDG and Halle Bailey shit got my guts in a knot. I haven't even been able to take a shit today. Cause fuck! What if this bitch is lying?
I hate it here. And again, it's men like this too that aren't in the what if. Like, why would you even post something like this? Like, why would you even post this? And I'll keep playing it, I guess.
Do you think I'm gonna look at another hoe again and smile? Never! Because I'm just thinking like, Daryl not wrong, he did. Because you know, some bitches do need to get their ass beat. Hands and feet, all of that.
Again, this is just like two birds chirping together. Because what do you mean? Violence is never the answer. Like, what happened to that statement? Like, violence is never the answer. Violence is never the answer. Violence is never the answer. Love is always the answer. You know, I'll stop it there. But this is what's on the internet. This is what people are consuming. And again, these are pretty popular videos. I'm not pulling like bottom of the barrel archives. Unfortunately, these idiotic men have views. And this is what they're defending. They're defending someone like this.
Halo at.
What do you mean? He's sleeping, he's in bed, RN?
Give me my fucking son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you to act like I'm some sort of monster that would keep your son from you?
But this is just content, right? This is just an activity he's doing on his stream, right? This is disturbing. This is abuse, manipulation, toxicity, platformed, enabled, co-signed, literally, and complacent. Like, people are so complicit to abuse nowadays on the internet, supporting it, literally paying, funding the lifestyles of these people. And it's just like, this is crazy. The abuse online, and also this is action in itself, like him talking to her AI, is a very toxic display in general. Like, it's almost giving like slight humiliation ritual, where again, he's trying to humiliate the AI version of her. Like, this is disturbing, like how it says, disturbing. I'm disturbed, I'm creeped out. Why is it on the internet? I don't think you should be doing this. Why are you posting this? Why are you doing this live? Why are you talking to the AI bot like that? The danger online is loud. Like, I can't. Like, the dangerous rhetoric online is so loud. No wonder there's so much violence and so much negativity, so much toxicity. And again, is there positivity out there? Yes, of course. But lately, and as of late, the negativity has become so loud. Even women were making videos about Halle too, because I pulled this video because it just pissed me off.
You're feeding to get full custody of your child, but he's left with a fucking babysitter all fucking day. Y'all can't sit here and tell me that that's fucking Halle. That's not. You would rather have your son outside with a fucking stranger rather than his father and his grandmother and his uncles and his aunties. Does that make any fucking sense? Y'all, I'm so fucking pissed. Like, this dumb ass. And hey, look at his face. He don't even look happy. He's like, who are you?
Ever since she got granted custody, I bet you she has not had him for a full day. She is a busy woman. She's always working. She's in the movie industry. You barely gonna have time for your...
She's always working. She's in the movie industry. Ding, 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 ding. That's why she has a babysitter. Like, and you're boldly posting this on the internet, especially as a woman. Woo! Could never be me. Could never be me, babes. But this is what I'm talking about. And again, content like this, there's just always the antithesis. Like, that's my point here, is that the enablement of content, opinions, social media platforms, it's emboldening and enriching. Yes, there's things going on the positive side, and more people are turning over to a positive side, learning about the education, certain things. But on the antithesis of that, the violent people are becoming even more violent and creating even more ways for other people to enable, co-sign, make excuses for their violence. And I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. And I need a solution. Like, I need to start getting to solutions. That we keep seeing displays of actions going on, but then we're not coming to any solutions. Like, do we have a solution here? Because it's getting to a point. It's getting to a point. Like, is it not? Comment down below and let me know how you feel about it, because it's truly too much. And also for things that are, again, open, closed, court documented, approved. You know what I mean? Like, everything, the facts are there, the screenshot, that everything is laid out, and yet still people will not believe. People still don't believe Megan. We're getting to that. Speaking of, because then that's the next thing that happens. Like, y'all. Oh, last thing though about that DDG and Hallie thing was this, because I saw this and I'm like, it's so deep.
DDG got the type of woman you got to stay away from, because she posted on Instagram last night on her Instagram story that she's tired of keeping quiet and she's ready to tell her side of the story. And the people are like, what side of the story do you have? Like, this is not your relationship. This is your son's relationship. You don't have nothing to do with this. See, those are the type of mothers that enable their son bullshit. They allow it and they feel like, oh, my son didn't do this, and or he was provoked or something. No. Yeah, that's what you raised, baby. You raised an animal. You just don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe your precious son couldn't do nothing like that.
That's exactly what it is. And then what makes it worse is that since it started in the home, never got fixed, and now you have this literal, like, menace to society out in society. The thing that sucks now is that there's almost, again, the yin and yang, the split earth theory of society, where there's two different sides. There's going to be a side that accepts this piece of shit, low down, bum, bottom of the barrel, dirty, dusty, crusty, musty, all of the things, because they just don't care, because they're the same. Like, it's like a reflection. Like, it's just getting to that point of where it's just like, because social media is such a lens, like a mirror, and because storytelling as well too was pushed so much, authenticity has been pushed so much, and I mean, obviously I push that too, but because that's the case, there's just this other side of it that I don't think a lot of people are looking at, that is the violent part, like violence and negativity, like Andrew Tate, for example, and the red pill community and the uprise of all of that. Like, that's rising at the same time as, like, positivity culture is rising, and it's dangerous. So let's get into Tory and Meg, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, let's get into Megan.
Lanez was shanked in prison, and I can only imagine this from his cellmate, who got tired of him turning their room into a recording studio. Now, according to Pop Crave, they stated that Tory Lanez was shanked while he was in prison, and these reports are coming from TMZ. Now, TMZ know they being messy with this first line of this article. Now, they say this isn't how Tory Lanez wanted to get out of prison, but he is, after suffering a prison yard shanking so bad he needed to go to the hospital. Now, the article goes on to say that Tory was in the yard of the California Correctional Institution of whatever that name is on Monday morning when he was shanked in the middle of the courtyard. Now, the article does go on to say that Tory Lanez didn't suffer life-threatening injuries, but not that we even care. And in the coming days, they're probably going to update us more about this story, but again, not that we care. Because when you attempt to take somebody else's life, and then you make funny little mixtapes about it, and then you end up in jail, everything that happens once you enter into the correctional facility is none of our business. Because like I said before, we're free and he's not. What I really hate is that why we keep getting news about this man. Like, don't nobody care, man. Maybe
No, but people care. That is the unfortunate truth. There's people that care, and that is the problem. That is the problem. So what is the solution to this? Like, because that is the problem. That's the issue. I want to run through also just one more video, because this is like a do not even come to me on some free Tory-ish ever in your life. Ever in your life. So I want to play this clip as well too.
I will never get tired of trying to prove to Tory Lanez supporters that he shot Megan, even though I know it's pointless because they're going to believe what they want to believe. But I'm just going to clear up some things for y'all in lamest terms because I know it's hard for y'all to comprehend. First, I'm going to start off with Megan lied about two things. She lied about stepping in glass when the police first approached them. It was, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. There's 4 black people in Calabasas. If she tells the police that this man just shot her, how do you think that would have turned out? Okay, she was trying to protect Tory. She went to the hospital. I don't know if y'all know this. A doctor pulled out the bullet fragments. She was shot, right? Okay. Second thing she lied about was she said that she didn't sleep with Tory on Gayle King's show. But when it came time for her to tell the truth in court under oath, she told the truth. That's what matters. Y'all constantly say, y'all still run off the narrative that she was never shot. Oh, let's backtrack. First, Tory says she was never shot. And y'all run with that. She was never shot. She stepped in glass. And then he says he says Kelsey didn't shoot her, right? But y'all still point the finger at Kelsey. And then he turns around and say, well, Megan was shot, but I didn't do it. Kelsey did it, right? How does it go from she wasn't shot to she was shot and Kelsey did it? And y'all just okay with that? Y'all okay with him changing his tune? And then y'all would always say, why wouldn't she just say who shot her? Or why didn't she post her foot or anything like that? She got on live months after the situation happened and said, Tory shot me. You know you shot me. She also posted her feet. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I don't understand why y'all act like this didn't happen. Another thing y'all constantly say, he didn't have gunshot residue on his hands. Yes, he did. Y'all constantly say, why did Kelsey need immunity? Because she was getting on the stand to lie. Her and Tory are in cahoots. I don't know if y'all know this. So after the falling out, Kelsey went to the hospital with Meg. Meg's team quickly got her the fuck away from Kelsey, Tory, and anybody else that was going to put a stain on her rep, right? So now Kelsey feels betrayed. She feels like, I've been with Megan all of this time. Megan is pretty much her source of income. She's the person that's putting her up with a place to stay, giving her money, giving her clout, all of this. Now completely cut off. She's in a bind. Tory's offering her money for her silence. She takes the offer. Not only that, didn't he produce a song that was a diss track against Megan for her? He also paid for her lawyer fees. They're meeting up. And immediately after he shot Megan, Kelsey texts the bodyguard and said, 911, Tory just shot Megan. She does an interview with the police and tells them the story of Tory shooting Megan. She asked for immunity because she was going to get on the stand and say she doesn't remember Tory shooting Megan, y'all. That's why she was getting up there to lie. And she knew that they were going to try to cause reasonable doubt by turning the finger towards her. Her and Tory are in cahoots. How can you not see this? Stop asking the dumb question. Why does she need immunity? That's why. And I hate that y'all act like while Tory was pending going to court for the Megan Thee Stallion shooting, like he didn't fight August Alsina because August Alsina didn't want to say hi. That alone shows his character. That shows his little man complex. That shows how impulsive and reckless he is. And then he turned around and lied, right? But y'all just let that slide. He's guilty. He's exactly where he's supposed to be. He's not getting out.
He's guilty. Guilty, Your Honor. Guilty. Hello. With all the facts. Case, again, open, closed. Also a case that's not even against Tory and Megan Thee Stallion. It was like Tory and I think America, like literally the government. Like it wasn't even against Megan. Neither here nor there. With all that, you would think the internet stands with Meg.
Goofy alert. In 36 hours, Megan Thee Stallion might be cooked.
Why in the heck is he yelling? Take microphones away from men. Why Why are you yelling?
Mike, Representative Luna has stated, we have compelling evidence proving Tory Lanez's innocence, and it will be released within the next 36 hours. Those who rush to call for his incarceration and worse, yet push false evidence.
Spoiler alert too, they came forward with new evidence that was basically like Amber Rose having a statement or something about Amber Rose that basically was not evidence to any degree and does nothing for his case of being on probation with a unregistered firearm on probation. Right. But again, this dude's making a whole headline about this. And also, I believe this post too is from a representative, like a government official that was like talking about the 36 hours. So again, they paid a government official to go on social media and paint an image of Tory as well too. To again, embolden, platform, make excuses for, empathize with an abuser, convicted, a violent criminal. Like, are we okay? Let me make sure that was everything I wanted to show you guys in today's video. I mean, you see the parallels. It's like not even, and it's women too. That's why I say, like, look at this video.
You know what makes me so sad for our community in general? A lot of Black women will sit there and go, Black men don't protect us. Black men don't protect us. Then how come Tory Lanez kept his mouth shut the entire time to protect not only Meg, but her bum-ass, crusty-ass friend?
He was silent because he was guilty. I won't play a video. It's stupid and it's pointless. But again, and this is a kind of, this stance, and just like even the beginning of that video, I just can't even listen to you because you just don't know basic statistics of like violence and rates of violence against Black women at the hands of Black men. Like you just don't, you're not educated enough. So no point. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Social media is creating a safe space for abusers at this point. And it was before, but it's like, what's the peak? What is the peak? I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to put any words out there because I feel like when you say things and you put things out there into the ether, out into the realm, then it will happen. Even sometimes when you think it, I feel like you can be it. And so I'm not even going to think anything, but it's insane. Okay, and the last thing I just wanted to touch on was Sky Jackson, and I really don't have much to say about that, but I will just show you guys Nosy Bystander's videos, and again, I will have her videos, of course, linked down below, so check her channel out, and of course, you guys probably already know this creator anyway, but make sure that you're following her on all her platforms.
Sky, once you put out that restraining order, you bet not take it back, because you on your last leg with the rest of us, but we gonna support you, friend. Because it's Sky Jackson forever and dead beats never. Now, TMZ is reporting that Sky Jackson had filed a restraining order against her baby father. Now, according to the restraining order, it stated that Deidre had grabbed Sky by her hair and slammed her head against the car window and punched her in the face. But Sky claims that this kind of violence isn't nothing new, which is really sad because she's so young and she's so beautiful and she's so talented. In the court documents, she had described a 6-month period in 2024 where Bergen had abused her on a weekly basis, choking and scratching her and slamming her head into the wall. She alleges that Bergen also damaged a bunch of her personal property, like an iPhone and a television. She also claimed in this document that while she was pregnant, that he told her to drink bleach to unalive their unborn child and held her at knife point as he walked her to her car and threatened to...
Anyone know what people are saying about Sky Jackson is that she's down for this lifestyle. So inevitably, like, what they're saying is like she's down for this lifestyle. She's down for, I hate the term YN, so I'm not going to use that, but that is the term that people reference, where it's like Sky Jackson is a YN, where it's like she loves hanging out with people that are very hood, very involved in like gang affiliation and things that nature. I'll say allegedly because like I don't know what these people are involved in, but Yerk is not employed by an actual employer. Can guarantee you that 100%. Okay. But she's just into that lifestyle. And so that's what you should expect when dealing with those kinds of men. But it's like, that shouldn't be the takeaway. That shouldn't be, and that as well too, that narrative still allows the abuser to get away with abuse. Because it's like, oh, because I'm a YN, oh my God, I hate that. because I'm a YN, that means that I'm allowed space and room to participate in XYZ violent acts because it's a part of the character type. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? Like, hopefully I'm explaining that right, but it's like the rhetoric behind Sky Jackson is, instead of her being a victim, which people still are saying, like, girl, like, that's crazy, but they're off the backs of that basically saying, like, oh, well, I mean, you're with literally someone straight out of the hood in that lifestyle. So what do you expect? Two things can be true at one time. That could be true, but also lock that man up. A crime is crime. A crime is crime. And I need women to start using the courts. Like, I really do. Again, filing a restraining order is great. Call the cops. And also, you're like a rich celeb. Call the cops. Lock this man up. All of them. Lock these men up. Literally all of them we talked about today. Lock them up. Turn the key. Throw it out. You know what I mean? Stay safe on the internet, y'all. Truly. That's my takeaway for today's video. That's kind of all the stuff that I have. I won't even finish playing the rest of this video about Sky Jackson because I don't have really any other notes, any other points. And there's probably somebody online right now defending Yerky Yerk. Oh, babes. Oh, my boy. Stay safe on the internet. Truly, it's becoming a cesspool of violence, dangerous rhetoric, rage bait, and just so much more. And again, so find the good stuff online and really selectively, actively seek it out so that your algorithms can make sure that it keeps you on that same path. Again, I have certain accounts on TikTok where it is a dark place because I'm trying to get the information, to get the news versus like my actual aesthetic and my actual, like, I would say spam account that is just so enriched with beautiful Black women just doing boss baddie things, you know? So it's all what you seek out and look for. But again, at certain points, some of this toxicity is seeping into even the normal algorithms and steeping people down a pipeline to just violence and enabling abusers, enabling abuse, co-signing it, making excuses for it. And I just don't know what it's going to look like here soon. I don't. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a like, subscribe, turn your notification bell as well too. I always forget to say that, to turn on the notification bell so you're notified when I make another new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.